Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into Three Questions in a Song, the podcast where the title says it all, except for it doesn't. It's never three questions. This is episode number 80 of the podcast, and with me tonight are the gentlemen from the band Killburn. What's up, gentlemen?
Good
Hello.
evening. Fine, thanks.
Oh,
I'm dying. I can't even, as the younglings would say.
They were telling me off the air that it's about 30 degrees Celsius there. I'm not going to attempt to convert that, but it's hot.
It is.
It is.
28 indoors at the moment.
Yep.
Oh,
And very humid.
Yeah.
So
humidity
tropical.
makes it worse.
Yeah, it's
No,
quite tropical weather.
The worst part is the swamp ass you get when it's hot all the time. That's the worst part. And you don't ever however much you try to shower, it never goes away. That's the worst part.
That was awesome.
Mm,
All right,
sure.
so I was telling you guys off the air, I have 8 questions prepared. That doesn't mean that's all I'm going to ask, but I have 8 that I'm definitely asking. The first one is I first learned of you guys when I started working with XRP Radio. But how did you learn about XRP Radio?
I think KP is
probably-
the best to answer
Yeah.
this one. Yeah.
It was quite early when we released the first 2 songs. I Want to Do Something Wrong and Under My Skin. I was searching for different channels to promote our music, and I found that our friend band, if you can say, did an advert that they are live on this XRP radio in England, and I was intrigued by that possibility and downloaded a song, or no, it's uploaded. Yes.
Uploaded.
Yeah, uploaded our songs there, and we just went to the chat box and started to make friends, and suddenly we were on the charts, and people liked our songs and music, and it's, he's quite easy to get along, so it was very easy to be in a friendly environment, and actually I was all of us were very surprised about the reception that we had, that we were probably twice number 1 in the charts with our songs, and we forgot to vote ourselves, so somebody else did.
That's the weird part. The people actually like our song still.
Well, anytime I'm there and they ask if anyone has any requests, I request you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey.
I do not like losing to your songs, though.
The friendly fire. Yeah,
Yes.
friendly.
Before I go too much further, can you guys introduce each of yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
Okay. My name is Jere. I play the drums in Killburn.
Yeah. My name is Joel, but people call me Joel. I play bass, and just not much more.
And I'm Kari-Pekka, but easily to say KP. I don't pronounce my surname because it would sound like Russian anyway. No, but we are missing one member of the band, so Jouni couldn't make it, our lead singer.
Okay. So this one, each one of you can answer this question. When did you know that you wanted to be in a band? Can you pinpoint that moment where it's just like, you're like, I want to do that?
Is it this band or just any
just
band?
in a band?
Okay.
I was maybe 10 or less years old. The first time I heard Iron Maiden, then I went like, oh, I want to do this.
I actually don't remember how old I was, but it was about the times when Nemo, the Nightwish song came out. That was like my first introduction to metal. I was like, fuck, this is awesome. I need to do this also. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think I got my first guitar, electric one, when I was on the 5th grade or something. But maybe it was quite a bit later that I realized that I actually want to play in a band, not only by myself. I think I was like 13 or something, and it was pretty much I got to know to a nowadays very good friend of mine, and we shared the same musical taste. We liked this 80s metal and Merciful Fate and King Diamond and that kind of music, and we started to do that, and that was actually my first proper band. Probably 13, 14 years old.
Cool. Who would you say has been your biggest supporter as a musician? Each of you individually. Who's that one person that has helped you get to where you are now?
For me, I got to say, it's easily my dad. When I didn't have a driver's license, he was the one who drove me to my gigs. He was the one who bought me my gear at first for quite so many years before I started to work on my own more professionally. So I would say my dad has been my biggest supporter.
That's a really good question, actually. Of course, my parents, they bought me my first bass. And of course, one of my friends, he's a great singer. We did it like almost every band I've been in, he's been in some way, despite basically this one. So probably them.
This was a very tough question. I really had to think about it. Yeah, of course, mom and dad bought the first one, and then they be only bitching about when I'm buying more guitars or every money that I could get anywhere. But I would say my cousin is few years older than me, and we played a lot. We spent quite a lot of time at our grandparents, and they had a big house, and we ended up in the attic playing Metallica or something, just the two of us. But other one person is kind of is my grandfather, who was a painter. He did paintings for his for all his life. That was his job, and he was a true artist, and he always encouraged us to be creative and to do what we like. And I think that is one. He was anyway a person that I looked up always.
I'm glad you used the word creative, because that's where we're headed question wise now. Are you guys familiar with the legend of Robert Johnston, the American blues guitarist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, if you were standing at a crossroads waiting for the devil to show up to sell your soul to gain something musically, what are you getting back in trade? So what are you going to ask the devil for? And if you don't like the way it's worded, what's that music thing you need?
Talent.
Groove.
Yeah, groove. And like knowing how to, groove basically.
I couldn't ask much, because soul is gone already. So. No, I don't know. Maybe this inspiration to practice. I've been always very lazy to practice. I don't know why. Probably just it's much more fun to do something else, even though it is the funniest or the funnest thing to do is to play the guitar. But I still consider myself quite lazy.
Well, I actually think you practice a lot more than I do, because my bass been staying in that corner since our last gig. I haven't touched it since then.
You might want to check on it. It might be melting.
No, it's a Fender. It's all right. It's all right. It's a Fender. I've tripped on it so many times. It's still hasn't broken still.
We have a 3/4 Fender guitar sitting right over there in this room that nobody plays anymore.
a 3/4. I thought it was like 3/4 of a complete guitar. Like
No, it's a smaller scale.
Yeah. Okay.
My son got it for Christmas and he played it for a while, and then he got super busy and it got put on the shelf. But he does play the trumpet, the piano, the harmonica, and the fife. So
the fife.
Okay.
Yes, the fife.
I actually have what's a fife?
All right. So have you ever seen the painting from the American Civil War? Civil War, with the little drummer boy.
Mm.
And then there's a little boy next to him holding what kind of looks like a flute.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like a tin whistle.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. He bought it on a field trip at school and taught himself how to play it. So
nice.
Okay. No wonder he's busy.
And then my daughters also play. They one of them plays the clarinet and the other one plays the flute. So there's almost always music going on here. All three of them sing in church choir. So all kinds of music here all the time. Just not that
that's
guitar.
Great.
So let's say you're leaving one of your shows, you're packing your instruments up, and you notice a DeLorean sitting there with its door open and a flux capacitor in it. So now you can go back in time and watch any band in the history of the world play. What band are you going to go watch?
This is super easy. This is super easy.
I know what Jere is going to say.
Yeah,
I think I know what he said too.
But I'm going to break the rules and I'm going to choose two bands.
Okay.
So the first one would be absolutely Iron Maiden at some point in the 80s. And the second band would be Rush in 70s.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Anybody else have
I can. Yeah, but if he got to pick two, I'll do that as well.
Okay.
I would go to. Was it 85? Live Aid and see Queen. And another one would be maybe even after the Rust in Peace album, that Megadeth lineup.
Yes.
Marty Friedman, Nick Menza, Dave Ellefson, and Dave Mustaine.
Okay, so my thinking is I have a lot of bands I want to see. Like Guns N' Roses' first gigs would be awesome. Then Rush, of course, fantastic band. Pink Floyd's in the 70s. Or actually, I want to go back to like 2009 and see my first gig ever. That would be kind of fun. See how much I sucked. That would be kind of fun.
It would be too awkward to see yourself on stage.
Well,
at any point.
Holy fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, the thunderstorm is reaching.
Yeah, the thunderstorm is here too. So
yeah, it's reaching my place too now. It's already raining and some lightnings.
All right, so what we're gonna do now? Can you guys tell me a little bit about the song we're gonna feature? Okay, You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with MTV Storytellers.
Nope.
No,
I didn't think so.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so MTV was music television, which still exists, but they don't have music on it anymore. But
Yeah, I
to
used
have-
to.
It was
I used
good.
to watch
It was good in
yeah.
the 80s, 90s.
yeah,
Yeah, and-
Headbangers
and-
Ball.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say
And then
that.
when
Yeah.
they showed Jackass.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
So Storytellers was where they gave a band a chance to talk about one of their songs. Just so you could, like, they talked about how the song was made, or what the writing process was, or the making of a music video that went along with it. You know, whatever story you can give me to go along with your song. Okay.
Well, the
Okay.
writing process was pretty straightforward, I guess. Like all our writing sessions are, they're pretty straightforward. We do some bickering at, no, we can't play it like that. No, that's rubbish. we can't play it like that. So the process was pretty okay, but the part we went to the studio. Well, was it in like January, February?
Yeah. January.
January.
Yeah.
So it was like a Sunday morning at like 7:30. I
Yeah.
had to play the bass, and of course, the night before we got home late, and I couldn't sleep because when you've been doing stuff all day, your head is like, it's a bit a mess. So of course, you have to have some. Okay, I'm going to admit I drank half a bottle of vodka and then went to sleep. And I was super hungover when I had to record the bass.
Yeah, it was a very basic writing session, but I think this song was the basic structure was quite easily labored, if you can say that. Couple of riffs and some jamming, and suddenly Joni has some vocal ideas on the chorus, and a couple of times around, take it. We usually record.
Nice.
Record it.
You heard that one.
I did hear that one.
Yes.
Yeah, we record it to a phone, and then you start jamming it. Everybody jams it at home, and next time we go to rehearsals, we might have the lyrics or ish lyrics, and it's. I think with OK, it was couple of rehearsal times, and
I also saw the lightning flash.
My God.
Yeah, but the song came quite easily to this world, and it was probably the hardest one we've had in the studio. We were pretty much, everybody was a bit struggling, except Joni. He always delivers.
Yeah, Joni
Just waits us three to finish, and then he has 5 minutes to do the vocals before the studio closes.
Yeah, he's a one-take man.
Yeah.
He nails it every time.
Yeah. But all in all, the song is pretty much the basic Killburn song. That is us in a nutshell.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and listen to OK by Killburn, and we're going to come back and chat with them with a couple more questions. For those of you that are watching the video, you don't get to hear the music right now. You have to wait until Friday, July 1st, 6 a.m. Eastern. It'll pop up on buildthescene.com. And if they aren't listening right now and they're not watching the video, they won't hear any of that. All right, so we're going to come back in as if we just played the song, and I have 3 more questions for you. Well, 3 more that I wrote down, and then 2 general questions. All right.
Very good.
That was OK by Killburn. They're hanging out with me here on episode 80 of 3 Questions and a Song. So the next question is, I call it the official Build the Scene question, and it's, who is your Dave Grohl? And what I mean by that is, what band would you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their originals?
Like, which band would want to play like with, or if I could replace one bass player in the band, if I could play their songs.
Like, you're out in the crowd and they invite you up to play one of those.
Oh yeah,
songs
that's
with
Flogging
them.
Molly.
Flogging Molly.
Flogging Molly any day of the week. Favorite band ever.
You have tough questions.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to think about.
Yeah, and I don't want to pick the obvious one again, so I'm not gonna say Maiden this time. Let's say Judas Priest. It's been one of my favorite bands for quite some many years now.
I would hope that it would be Painkiller that you are playing.
Okay, just if their drummer can play the intro, then I can do the rest.
Yeah. Okay, a bit thunder again.
Yeah.
I would have to say I would go with it would be like a career suicide to go to play with Joe Bonamassa on his gigs, but it would be a blast to just jam with him, and maybe a solo duel, but that would be okay. I'll give up.
So this next question, Metallica has played at Antarctica. Kiss has played in the ocean to sharks. What non-standard venue would you like to play at? So anywhere in the world that you could just plug in and play.
It's cold in the North Pole. My fingers wouldn't work. So not that one.
So I saw once, I think it was on YouTube, I saw a cool clip of a band that it was like some sort of like art installation. They played underwater instruments, like they had like oxygen tanks and played like a gig underwater.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool. It's a bit like Kiss, but not to rip off Kiss, so like play for penguins, I guess. Or koalas.
Could you imagine the penguins being in a pit? Doing a mosh?
Yeah, that would be the fanciest of pits.
Or maybe some very, I don't like heights. I don't scare them, but I don't like heights. But maybe very tall building and a rooftop.
Yeah, I was thinking summer
very little
Alps.
fans, but still.
Or like a plane would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the wing.
Like, no, not on. Like the toilets. Like a big like of this transatlantic. The drummer in one toilet, me in one, KP and Joni in like another toilet. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Last of this line of questioning, and then I'll give you two easy ones, I promise.
Okay.
All right. This next one might be the most important question of the day, though. Who wins the next episode of Friendly Fire? Is it Build the Scene and First Angel Media, or is it those people over at XRP?
Oh no. Depends on who they play.
Yeah, you have some killer bands.
Yep.
Lately on the show, so it's
But we're still losing.
Yeah, but it's the you know XRP people, they always take sides. But I would say like our legendary ski jumper that it's 50-60, but build the Scene wins.
Nice. Yeah. I'm going to make sure I tell them you said that too.
We're in trouble. They like delete our music.
Like the Simpsons being, oh no, I'm in danger.
They're not going to delete it. They keep using it to beat us. All right, two easy questions, I promised. What's coming up next for Killburn? What do you guys have planned?
We have 2 gigs coming this summer in in the vicinity of our hometown Vaasa in Finland. And we have planned to record something as soon as possible, but nothing set to stone yet.
And
Yeah, we
this
haven't
last
booked the studio, but we haven't booked
No,
the
go
studio,
ahead.
but we have a very different type of a song coming up. And it's, I would hope that we get it to that point that we can actually go and record it as a single.
Yep.
But then again, in a long range or looking a bit further, we have been discussing about the whole album. That would be a dream come true to make a whole proper album of music.
last one.
But maybe not this year. That's too soon.
All right. So where can the listeners find you guys and your music online?
KP.
Yeah, the probably easiest is to go to Linktree. So it's link.ee/Killburn, and we have all the social media and Spotify links, YouTube links, everything in one place. Otherwise, it's search engines in the major social media sites that are popular in Europe. So it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Can't remember.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify,
Google Music.
Apple Music, Google Music.
And maybe soon, the OnlyFans.
Yeah. We have been discussing about that too, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we promised that one interview that maybe the OnlyFans account will soon be open.
I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today and into the evening for you.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank
you.
Thank you. It was awesome to be on your show.
Cool. As you get those new tracks, you should send them to me as well, not just XRP. One day I'm going to turn it around and play you guys against them.
We don't tell them anything.
This has been episode number 80 of 3 Questions and a Song. Check us out on the 1st and 15th of each month at buildascene.com. You can check out our other show, the Pennsylvania Rock Show, Fridays on buildascene.com as well. And Friendly Fire is usually the 3rd week of the month, hosted over at xrpradio.co.uk. My name has been Bill, and we will catch you next time.
Morjens.
Moro.
Moro!